Oh, hey, it's Nick. Welcome to today's video where I'm going to go over the 5 tips for the healthiest cup of coffee you could ever imagine. In fact, this is exactly what I'm drinking here from Wheatsville Co-op. I'm going to tell you exactly what I put into this coffee that makes it the healthiest cup of coffee you could ever imagine. First, I'm going to go over the 2 things to avoid and why. And then I'm going to go over the 3 things to add to your cup of coffee and why. So let's go over the 5 tips for your healthiest cup of coffee ever. First of all, you want to avoid artificial sweeteners. All right, so you want to avoid putting things in like Sweet and Low, Equal, that type of stuff. Anything with an artificial sweetener component, you want to try to avoid as much as possible. These artificial sweeteners have been known to cause neurological damage. They're known as neurotoxins. There's an awesome book by Dr. Russell Blaylock. It's called Excitotoxins. He provides tons of research on how these artificial sweeteners are destroying our brain cells. Not only that, they're causing signals to get crossed from our stomach to our brain. So, we think we're doing really well with these artificial sweeteners, avoiding sugar, but yet the hormones that go from the stomach to brain telling our brain that, okay, we're full, we've had enough nutrition, you can stop eating. They get mixed up with these excitotoxins, the artificial sweeteners, and so your communication pathways aren't working adequately to tell the body and the stomach and the brain to, stop eating or, you've had enough, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's a double whammy. We're causing neurological disease leading to, Alzheimer's, dementia, that type of stuff, and you're not really doing any there's not any benefit to adding these into your diet when it comes to your weight loss, because you're going to end up actually eating more with these artificial sweeteners. So you want to avoid those. You next want to avoid the creamers. Anything with the word Coffee Mate in it is horrible. I don't care, you can say that you need these for your coffee as much as you can, but Coffee Mate, it's loaded with, lots of them have artificial sweeteners. There's also lots of soybean oil, cottonseed oil, lots of genetically modified ingredients, preservatives, additives to enhance the flavors. So when it comes to Coffee Mate and other creamers like that, you're not really having dairy. What you're having is a lot of additives and flavor enhancers, just like if you went to eat at a fast food restaurant. They add all these fillers in here, and they trick your taste buds thinking that this food is so amazing, it's so good. You're not really liking food that much. You are liking flavor enhancements and additives and lots of preservatives. So avoid the creamers. Now don't worry. You're going to be surprised by the next 3 tips. Number 3, you want to actually add something sweet to your coffee. The big issue with coffee, it affects people's digestive systems. It can actually cause peristalsis, so it can cause bowel movements. In a negative way, because you're going to rely on that stimulation in order to have good quality bowel movements. And so adding some sugar can actually reduce the adrenal response from that cup of coffee and reduce that effect it has on your digestive system. So what type of sweeteners am I talking about? I'm talking about organic sugar, coconut sugar, palm sugar, raw honey, stevia. Look at all those sweeteners I just gave you. So I'm not really restricting this cup of coffee. For my cup of coffee, I added about a teaspoon of organic sugar that they offer there. This is not a big deal when you're only doing a teaspoon or 2 of sugar in your coffee every day, because you're also avoiding the inflammatory foods in your coffee, and by watching my other videos, you're avoiding all those other inflammatory foods, and so that little bit of sugar is going to be no problem. Number 4, we're going to add a creamer. But what kind of creamer? You want to try to find as organic, grass-fed as you can, half and half. There are at least 3 or 4 brands that I know of that you should be able to find at a grocery store. Organic Valley has a good grass-fed half and half. So similar to the sugar, the cream, the fat in that cup of coffee is going to reduce the adrenal response. Nowadays, people are adding butter or coconut oil to their coffee. That's another option. Butter is actually really quite good in coffee, and it gives you the medium chain triglyceride oils, which are amazing for your liver and for your thyroid. So if you don't mind, add some grass-fed butter or a teaspoon or tablespoon of refined coconut oil so it doesn't affect your coffee taste too much. You can also add coconut milk. There are coconut milk creamers. You want to make sure to find a really good one that doesn't have an ingredient called carrageenan, which is really can do some damage to your digestive system. I know there's so many things to worry about when it comes to just your cup of coffee, right? Can't you just enjoy a cup of coffee? You can, but if you really want to thrive with your coffee instead of just drinking it, mindlessly, and you still are concerned about your health, then you should listen to this video. And let's go for the last one. You want to add some antioxidants to your coffee. Add just a little pinch of cinnamon or cocoa to it, a little bit of nutmeg if it's available. So cinnamon is loaded with antioxidants. Cinnamon is probably one of the healthiest spices for you. It's great for your brain, great for your skin, great for your digestive system. If you add a little bit of dark cocoa, you're pretty much getting like a mocha type thing. Dark cocoa, if you watched a couple of videos back, I talked about how awesome chocolate was for you. If you find a dark cocoa powder, you're going to get the same benefits of that dark chocolate in your cocoa powder, and then you have a really awesome, healthy cup of coffee that tastes amazing. You can mix and match these things to mix up your coffees. You can make your lattes at home with your grass-fed milk, with your organic milk. Add your butter in there that melts. You get a nice little flavorful cup of coffee. There should be no reason for you to have to add the artificial sweeteners and unhealthy creamers to your coffee after watching this video. Alrighty? So I'll see you for tomorrow's video. If you have any questions, shoot me a question below. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you not only learned something, but you committed to take action on what you learned. Here's what I want you to do next. I want you to click that link above, and that'll give you access to my free Healthy Fat Loss video training course, where you'll not only get metabolic healthy fat loss meal plans, you'll also receive personal trainer guided metabolic workouts that are going to help you build lean muscle and burn excess fat off your body. But more importantly, you're going to learn how to outsmart your fat cells without restrictive diets and long hours at the gym. All you have to do now is click that link above to start watching your first video. I'll see you soon.